Is this TV the perfect balance of cost and quality? Samsung's Q80C is the perfect TV for someone who's looking for that rich color and pretty bright picture without stepping into that OLED space. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Walts, and today we're talking about the Q80C, which is one of my favorites from Samsung, and we'll unpack why in this video. Now, with this TV specifically, I want to focus on the picture quality, the connectivity, and the overall design. So let's get started. For most people, the most important thing about a TV outside of the price is the picture quality. And that's mostly because your overall experience mostly relies on your picture quality. The Q80C is 4K like most TVs nowadays, but what's more important is the LED structure. This TV is the first TV in the Samsung lineup that has the fully backlit panel. And why is that important, you might ask? Well, most TVs outside of OLED have edge lighting or backlighting or a combination of the both, but most of the time it's usually edge lighting for the cheaper sets. And when you step up to the Q80C, you get full backlighting. So instead of having lights around the edge of your screen, you get them on the actual back, which allows for much greater contrast, greater color, brightness, darks, like all of that improves immensely when you have individual lighting zones on the back of the TV versus just the edge. Also, not to mention, it does have HDR10 Plus, powered by the Neural Quantum processor. It'll produce a super crisp picture that doesn't feel laggy at all. And it also comes with that 4K upscaling. And upscaling essentially just takes a lower scale image and scales it up and then predicts all the pixels that would have been there had it been already scaled up. Basically just kind of sharpening the image and making it feel more accurate. And processing power doesn't just end there. People think it's only for the picture quality, but it's also gonna help in other areas. When using your TV's internal operating system, it can sometimes be laggy using the apps, the built-in stuff, and that can be really annoying, especially when you're trying to type in passwords or you're switching between apps and you accidentally click into the wrong one and now you have to wait 10 seconds for it to load. It's very frustrating. So the nice thing about having the Q80C is because it has an upgraded processor, it's gonna work a lot smoother than some of the lower end sets. And usually the cheaper the TV, the cheaper the processor, just like a computer. And yes, people say you can run a Roku or an Apple TV, but then you're just spending a couple $100 anyway in external products when you could just be using the TV's built-in. So yeah, I mean, the processor is really fast, but that's not the only fast thing about this TV. You know what else is fast? The fact that it has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, which can all carry that 120 hertz refresh rate at 4K, which is really important for you gamers. It's also important for just motion in general, but gaming is, the key feature here. You want to have that 120 hertz so that the next gen consoles, you're getting 120 frames per second. Also, one of those HDMI ports is an ARC, so you can plug in a soundbar as well. And if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Now, in terms of audio, I don't think that the Q80C has the worst audio in the TV lineup, but it's definitely not great, and that's really where a soundbar comes in. That's why soundbars are made. They're the most common solution nowadays because all you have to do is just plug them in, HDMI ARC or optical, and they typically just work versus getting a receiver and speakers and having to set all that fun stuff up. You just plug a soundbar in and it'll work really good out of the box. Now, I can recommend a ton of different soundbars. I've reviewed so many and I like so many of them. But if you're really serious about getting this TV specifically, I would look at getting a Samsung Q-level soundbar. Why is that? Well, mostly because when you pair a Q-level soundbar with a Q-level TV, you get access to a feature called Q-Symphony, which we did do a video that explains it a little bit better and how to set it up. Essentially what Q-Symphony does is it combines the soundbar audio and the TV audio at the same time to give you an even louder and better sound. I guess the easiest way to think of this would be like a soundbar audio boost. So yeah, if you don't already have a soundbar, look at some of these Samsung soundbars. I think when you're picking them out, it comes down more to size of the TV and the room than it does model to model. If you're getting like a 65-inch TV or smaller, I'd probably go with something like a 600C, but you could also get an 800C, and 75 and above, I'd definitely go 800C or even 910, 990 if you really want to get crazy with it. I'll make sure to link some videos for soundbars down in the description as well. Now, I do want to talk about design because I think that the Q80C holds up pretty well against most TVs. I like the base, it's in the center, and there's enough height to add a soundbar like we were just talking about. I also like the center stand for the fact that you can fit it on more entertainment centers if you're a little bit limited on space, or maybe you have pictures and things up, that you want to keep on your mantle or whatever you're putting it on. I think that, having it in the center is personally a little bit easier. The bezel isn't a zero edge, but it's very, very minimal compared to most sets. So I think that the bezel looks really clean when, looking at this picture head on. I also like the cable management for the power cord and the HDMI, so you can just slide them through this track on the back and then route them through the back of the stand if you're mounting them on the wall. I would probably recommend taping the cords down once you get them all plugged in, just because, depending on if you're moving it or not, they could pop out of place. The TV itself is not thick, but it's not thin, so I think it'll look good on the wall either way. And it also comes with Samsung's solar remote, which is kind of new. It's been out for a year or two, and essentially what's cool about this is that you shouldn't ever have to put batteries in it because it'll charge off of the light in your room. And if that doesn't work, you can plug it in USB Type-C on the bottom. And I can't forget about the operating system. We kind of talked about it in the processing part of the video, but essentially this TV is running Samsung's Tizen operating system. And I wasn't a huge fan of the new update at first, but now I'm starting to like it a little bit more, using it more. And yeah, it's pretty cool. What's cool is that you can go into different modes like ambient mode, or something newer, again, with last year's models, is the Game Hub. And what Game Hub is really cool for is you can connect a Bluetooth controller to your TV directly and then just start gaming in the Game Hub. It's cloud gaming through Xbox Live Pass, and it's just a super cool feature to have because you don't actually have to have a physical Xbox to play games. We did do a video on how that works, so I'll make sure you can watch that as well. So yeah, overall, I think the Q80C is a great TV for someone who wants that premium picture but doesn't want to break into that price range. But I also want to know what you guys think of the Q80C, so let me know down in the comment section. And if you already have one, please share your experience so others can see. If you guys are looking to pick one of these up, make sure you check the links down in the description. We really do appreciate your support. And if you happen to be in the Phoenix Metro Valley, make sure you come visit our retail store in Tempe, Arizona, where you can actually see this for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@walts so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.